Well, hey there, YouTube. Hi, everybody. My name is David Ebenbach, and Tachyon is publishing my novel, How to Mars, this spring. And so I'm going to read you just the first couple of pages to give you a taste of the book. These are from the first chapter, which is called Proct Means Splendor. This is how I find out Jenny is pregnant on Mars. Do you want to go outside? Jenny says. It's just after lunch, which was freeze-dried Reubens. She doesn't say anything more specific than outside, even though now we have names for this red ridge and that red valley and red-orange mountain nearby over there, and the various piles of red rocks, and even the various scattered deadlanders and rovers from old missions, which are landmarks and which we call by the names of the missions, even though some of them had silly names like Undertaking and Beagle and Optimism. But Jenny just says outside. In some sense, even after more than 2 years, this is still our schema of the planet. There's inside, which is where everybody is, and there's outside, which is where nobody is. Sure, I eventually say. Jenny nods. It doesn't bother her that it has taken me a while to answer. We have 2 speeds here, slow and slow. Well, 3 speeds if you count something is on fire, but that's rare. You know how they call Mars the red planet? Well, that's because it's red there. Like you go outside and you see red, red to the east, red to the west, red north, red south. In fact, the dust gets everywhere, so inside is red too. Though actually we have a sort of simmering debate among us about just how red versus just how orange the planet is, but we try to keep it simmering rather than boiling over. You wouldn't believe how likely it is that someone gets their ass kicked for arguing one side or the other. Anyway, I say to Jenny through our radio system, so. We start walking, which is a way bouncier thing than it was on Earth because of the much lower gravity, and so it's a little hard to have a serious conversation while walking. It makes you feel like everyone is partly balloon animal. You wouldn't want to tell someone they had a terminal disease, for example, while walking on Mars. But there aren't that many places to have conversations. Inside and outside are the main 2 ones. So we do have some important conversations out here, and also some boring ones. And also there's a lot of not talking too. Mars is a planet where the question, what's new, doesn't come in very handy. It's great. So we start bounce walking under the old, basically familiar sun. Jenny is taking us in the general direction of the Proct, a big piece of not working space equipment sent here by a consortium of Scandinavian corporations. It's about 1 o'clock in Mars hours, which are technically only a little longer than Earth hours. About halfway between home sweet and the Proct, Jenny says, let's go to our channel. I hear the click that says she's changed to channel 947, which is where we go when we don't want to be overheard. I change my own radio to channel 947. It's romantic. After a few minutes, she says, hey, Josh. I think about the fact that we call each other by our first names. I guess I originally expected that we'd end up with cool nicknames like Ace and Ratchet and Doc, or at least that we do last names like baseball players. But no. Hey, Jenny, I say. I can hear through the radio a long, long sigh. There's something about what we breathe here that makes sighs longer on Mars, or at least it seems that way. Then Jenny says, and hey, +1. I take one more bounce step and then bounce stop. Wait, I say. And I'll stop there, but you can read the rest of the book once it's out in May 2021. Thanks for listening, everybody.